In studio, we have actor, playwright, and producer of School for Legends at Cherry Lane Theater. So happy to welcome Analisa Velez.
Hey, I'm in the studio!
Thank you, Analisa, for coming on to the show. Thank you so much.
Welcome to our amazing
Really
studio.
Beautiful space.
Welcome.
Beautiful studio.
Thank you. You are the producer for School for Legends at Cherry Lane Theater. Can you tell us a little bit about the show, how it came to be?
Yeah, so I am one of the producers. The other producer is Montgomery Morrow, and that's with No Tomorrow Productions.
Okay.
How did it come about? So
Wait, before that, what is it? Can you tell us what it is?
Yeah. School for Legends it's a legendary show. It is. What I do is, and this is an idea I actually got from Kareem Lucas. If you don't know who Kareem Lucas is, you need to find out.
We have reviewed Kareem actually on this show. Yeah.
Dope. Well, I went to his show Q&A, and I noticed that he gives people prompts, and I was like, oh, I want to do that too. So, I was in a meeting. I was in a meeting with Cherry Lane. To produce another event, and then I was like, yo, but I got this show that I want to do. And they're like, all right, you got 2 weeks to put it up. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, it's before Christmas. I'm like, yo, do you know how hard it is to get people in seats, during Christmas? And they're like, well, make it happen. So I was like, okay, great, I'll do that. And so what I do is I give artists a prompt to create from for the night, and then I have an in-house beatboxer and an in-house singer riffing off of them. So it's like elements of like call and response, but also just, it's magic. Yeah.
So these artists, what kind of things do they put up as an example, I guess, to give an idea for our viewers?
What kind of artists are?
Or shows, or what's the vibe like?
Yeah, it's everything. So I have dope MCs, like I got dope rappers, playwrights, actors, poets, singers. If you have an art that you want to bring to the show, and I feel that the energy's right, and you could fit with the prompt for that specific show, like you're on. That's just what it is.
I've seen modern dancers there.
Yeah. Emily, she was dope. Yeah.
And you do this once a month, right?
Yeah, like once a month or once every 2 months. It just depends on space.
Got it. And we can find this information at Cherry Lane.
You can find this information at Cherry Lane. cherrylanetheater.org, or you can find it and follow us at School for Legends Alumni on Instagram. You can also follow me at Analisa Velez because I post a lot. Yeah.
We fan.
All right.
So the theme of your last show was, if you could create your own American dream, what would it look like?
Yeah.
So that was
heavy.
That was heavy.
That was a heavier one.
Yeah, and how do you come up with the prompts for the show?
This is gonna sound weird, but I just let the spirit kind of lead me, honestly. Like with this time, I think subconsciously it kept coming up. I don't know why. I was auditioning for a show, and I realized that the theme of the show was an immigrant coming to America and trying to get that American dream. And then I started hearing it in music, and then I was just seeing it a lot in just different visuals. And I was like, okay, that's what it needs to be. So that's how it came about.
It also seems like, I know you say unconsciously, but it seems very topical.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like
the American dream is a big topic right now in theater in general.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of talking about it. I feel like there's a quote unquote American dream play like every season. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it's a big thing.
Yeah,
it's a big thing.
And we've seen quite a lot of it, like almost in some ways Ain't No More, which we did recently. It's like almost,
absolutely.
Yeah, like, what is your American dream away from America? So.
Ooh.
It was deep.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I've been to I think most of your shows, and usually it's super high energy. It's super like wild and out. That one though was more subdued, but I also this is not a criticism of it, because like Ray said, it being topical. A lot of you identify as Latinx, you're Dominican, Rican from Florida. A lot of people that came on were also Latin, and I'm an immigrant. And I understand that when someone asks me my American dream,
loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded.
So I felt like the gravity of that was absolutely apt. I was really moved by that.
Thank you for saying that. My grandpa actually surprised me for that specific show. Yeah, and he had told me, he's like, Mommy, I wanted to talk and say something, but I couldn't. I couldn't. And that just got me. My grandfather came and he has like literally 7 kids. And yeah, when I heard him and he got it, I was like, okay, we're doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's deep. Oh my God.
But normally it's not always heavy. Like sometimes we have a DJ,
Yeah, but like that being said, like I still, it moved me.
So how do you select your performers and your artists for School for Legends?
Yeah. So that's like, it's a tricky question, but it's not. For me, no, because they're friends. Like a lot of the performers, I know them because they're my friends, or I've seen them in shows, and I'm like, yo, you're dope. You need to be you need to be legendary. So come do my show. But then there's also times when like I will just get a vibe, and I'll meet someone. I'm like, yo, I dig you. Do you want to do my show? And it's so great because it pans out. Right.
So if someone wanted to get involved, how would they go about doing that?
Talk to me.
Yeah? Just
talk
hit you
to
up?
me. Talk to me or hit up Monty or hit up School for Legends Alumni on IG. And just ask. There's no hurt in asking.
And how did you get involved with Cherry Lane or vice versa, I guess?
How did I guess the relationship started with Queen Latina.
Oh, so talk about that. What's going on?
Yeah, it was a show that was put. Whoa. It was like no, it's like lab members, but it wasn't. It was. I don't believe it was put on by Labyrinth per se.
Oh, got it.
But it was put on by Labyrinth members and created by Labyrinth.
Yeah. So I guess the relationship started there.
Got it.
And then that meeting that we had, and I asked, and
she's Queen Latina, by the way. Like, just in case.
If you didn't know.
Now you know. So you started with Labyrinth. They cast you, and they had done this before?
They had done this specific show, Queen Latina, 20 years ago. I could be wrong on the number, but I believe it's 20 years ago. And then they wanted to bring the younger generation with the older generation, so that's how that second baby came about.
Okay, and you were cast as
Queen Latina.
As Queen Latina, yeah. All right, recognize.
So the Cherry Lane had a relationship with the people.
Exactly.
Labyrinth, got it.
Exactly, and then I would just ask if I could put on different shows. Like I had done something else with Alexandra. Yeah, I put on my own show down there too, like a reading workshop. So,
got it. Yeah, it's a nice little historic theater. So
it is.
Yeah, that's nice that they were also. I mean, that you were able to work together like that. Theaters don't necessarily really invest in young up and comers like that. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's a blessing, and I also think when people see your face and they see you wanting to show up and help, people gravitate to that. It's not just take. It's also what can I also give to the community?
Yeah.
How long has this been running? How long have you been doing
School for Legends?
Yeah.
My baby has been running for a year and a couple months now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that doesn't sound like a long time, but it is.
No, she's a toddler. She's a toddler now.
She's a baby, and if y'all knew the struggle, to get there, because I don't.
Analisa, we've been doing this show for 2 years.
You know what I'm saying? Drop out, and it's and then 2 people will show up, and you're like, we have 19 performers. This is so great. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Not a struggle.
It's so real. Yeah. Producing is so real. Very necessary, though. Very necessary. I think a lot of artists really should take that on.
Yeah, and this is a small local thing that I feel like really, the strength in it is its locality. You know what I mean?
I do, but the vision is so much bigger.
Oh, okay.
The vision is actually very big. The model I have for it is kind of like Def Poetry Jam meets Wildin' Out meets TED Talk. So that idea of touring as well is, we're going places with this.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you wanna take it out of
oh yeah.
You want it to grow.
It's gonna be a TV show, and it's also going to be a tour.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
there's
can totally
a bigger
see
vision.
that.
Yeah. Put that shit out into the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what have been some of the biggest challenges or learning experience in creating School for Legends.
You said there were challenges.
There were challenges. I think the biggest one was me, to be completely honest. No, that's real. That's real. I think it was
What'd
me.
you learn about yourself, Analisa?
No,
What'd you learn about yourself?
I don't need to
legit.
make it like, you know what I'm saying? But I realized like, you need to collaborate with people. You can't do everything on your own. And I learned that from this acting teacher that I was taking a class with. He's like, I see you move a lot, but do you have people with you? And I was like, but like nobody can, show up and, do these things. And he's like, no, you gotta be patient and bring other people to help you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then after the first show, my producing partner, who's not my producing partner, he was like, yo, I wanna film this. And then he kept on showing up and just showing out. And I was like, do you wanna be another producer on this? And he's like, yeah. And the other thing is I also learned like, if you have too many people saying yes to the same thing, that's a problem. Because all those people don't actually need to be there if everybody's agreeing. You need to have some. You need to have some pushback in the sense of like we got to look at this from a different angle as well. That and then also just the challenge of like getting artists to really to follow through the entire time. It's easier now because people are like, oh, School for Legends, yeah, I got you, no problem. But it's hard at first when people are like, who are you? What are you doing? Where is this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but like, there's a vision. They're like, I don't see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I respect that. No shade, no tea. But that was
no, absolutely.
So you are producing, but you do so many other things. You are an actor, a playwright, a dancer, a producer. Can you tell us a little bit about like how'd you get to where you are right now? Like what was your journey here?
Yeah, I can tell you about that. I think I started taking on different hats in college. Two things, I guess, spearheaded that. There was an earthquake in Haiti, and I felt very overwhelmed by it. And I was like, I want to help my people. I want to help. How can I do this? So I was like, well, I don't have money. I don't have space. What am I gonna do? I was like, oh, talent and outside. So I started doing guerrilla theater and we raised a bunch of funds to help Haiti. So that was one thing that I was like, oh, you can keep doing this. And that's how Raw Love came about. And then the other thing was I wasn't getting cast in anything in school. And they're like, oh, well, it's just cause. And I'm like, y'all are low-key kind of racist.
Welcome to the American theater.
But see, that was the big, but listen, that was the biggest lesson because I was like, oh, nobody's gonna give you this. Right. You gotta go create.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm actually really grateful for that, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, but just pause. What is Raw? Was it Raw?
Raw Love.
Yeah,
Raw Love. It's Raw Love Theater. It's basically it's my, I guess, guerrilla. It's a collective, and what we do is whenever there's a natural disaster or something that's like happening politically in the world, and it's heavy on my heart, I'll bring in a group of artists and we'll create something to speak on that. And whether we raise funds or just raise awareness, that it just depends on what's going on in the world.
And that's, I guess ongoing is not really the correct word, but that's not defunct, right? You're still doing that?
No,
or?
yeah. That last one was for the Black Lives Matter movement. But yeah.
Got it. Awesome. That's. And is there a place where people can go for that kind of information?
Nah, it's real guerrilla in the sense that I'll be like, yo, Tuesday, Union Square, be there.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I love how much passion you have. It's amazing
Thank you.
because I know the great work that you do with all that, and I think that's incredible. But I'm also wondering, like, because you're so good at producing, like, has that now become your passion, or are you still very much an actor? Like, is there a job in theater that you love doing the most?
Yeah. Yo, I struggle with this because I was like, what if I become so good at one thing that I can't do the other? And I'm like,
wow,
it's ridiculous. You're making me sound so bad.
Nah, talk your shit. Talk your shit, Sway. Talk your shit, Sway.
God, I would love for him to mentor me. I really would.
Yo, Sway.
Put it out into the universe.
Sway,
Hey.
Nick Cannon, and Dwayne Johnson, and J-Lo. If they could all mentor me in different aspects of my life, I'd be so happy. Besides the point. What were we saying?
Your favorite jobs in theater?
My favorite, I don't necessarily, producing is hard. I sucked at it before, and now I'm starting to understand the groove of it. So I do it because I have to, but also because my mind is it just works like that now. When I see talent or something and I'm like, ooh, this person, we're gonna make a movie. Yup. I'm gonna direct. you know what I mean? That's just, that's how my mind works now. It's a byproduct of it. But no, I love acting. It's just, honestly, I think creating is my passion. And so whether that means creating a character, whether it means creating a show, I have to do that.
So you also have an online presence, a big online presence, and a YouTube channel, and I guess an IG channel? Is that the term?
IGTV.
Yeah, IGTV.
We all technically have IGTV. It's just some utilize it more.
Yes. It's called Lisa Lessons, and you interact with various artists in these things. So can you tell us about that and how that came to be, et cetera?
Yeah, I was learning. Okay, so it actually came about because I really wanted to host and interview people. I find some people super interesting. And so, and my homeboy was just talking, and he was like spinning just volumes of words, and I said, dude, I know we're having a beautiful conversation, but do you mind if I record this? I feel like the world needs to hear this. And he's like, absolutely. I was like, bet. We start in this show right now. Yeah. So we did. And I was like, okay, this is the first episode. Okay, cool. And then it was hard to get people to say yes to interview. I'm sure you guys know this. And so I was like, yeah.
It's getting easier and easier, but
yeah.
Well, you got two Pulitzer.
Talk your shit, Maria. Talk your shit, Maria.
We ain't no one.
Talk your shit.
Pressure's on.
Oh, listen.
Do it. Out
Give me 10 years. But yeah, so then I just keep on learning a lot of lessons that I feel like other people could learn from too. So that's how that came about. So I just kept on doing it. And then Mirror Talks, my IG show. I also put Lisa Lessons on IGTV. But Mirror Talks is basically just like an inspirational morning talk that you can either do in front of the mirror and just be like, I am great today, I am beautiful, whatever. You rev yourself up, and it's kind of like your milkshake, what is it? Your juice for the day, and you're just energized. And that's what that is, because I needed that. I was like, I need to practice being positive with myself. And then I was like, maybe other people can use it too. So that's how that came about.
Word.
So, do you have any advice to the younger theater people out there, or even like advice that you would have liked at a younger age?
It's never too late. It's not that you need enough money or you need space or whatever it is. You can do anything you want to do if you really want to do it. And I would like to let you know that if you bring other people that have those same interests together, the world cannot stop you. Go for it. What would I tell Analisa at a younger age? I'm like, girl, stop worrying. Like you doing too much, sis. Like, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. And 10 years from now, you're gonna be fine. And 20 years from now, you're gonna be amazing. Just keep on going and don't give up, because it's the people who say I'm gonna stop that stop, and they don't see the end of that dream become a reality.
You stay in the game, like.
Yeah, but I talk to so many OG actors, and I'm like, yo, how have you been doing this for 40 years? And they're like, we just stayed in line, and we kept true to our craft, and we honed our craft. And I'm like, I respect that. It's not easy, so keep on giving me, the lessons. But
all right, well, we're coming down to the final stretch of the interview.
Okay.
It's the recommendation segment. Do you know what to do?
Yes, I do. Okay.
Take it.
Recommendations. I also host for a dating website.
What?
Yeah. It's called City Swoon. So if you're looking for love, please come join us.
Wow.
Yeah, City Swoon. And I personally really love helping people find love. So if you want to, hit me up. Let me know. Wow. The other thing is, make sure that you follow us, School for Legends Alumni, on IGTV or IG period, okay? Make sure you follow at Analisa Velez. Make sure you like, comment, share. Hit me up on Facebook. If you want to collab, hit me up. Seriously. This is how things happen. And yeah, that's it. Make sure you guys like and share their stuff.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea. Subscribe to our channels. Oh my God, subscribe. If you knew how much that helped, we wouldn't be talking right now. Yeah, and if anybody, I guess this is a recommend. Is this a recommendation?
Do.
You know, this is more so like if you trying to produce my stuff, like let me know. I'm like I'm recommending you to come to me to let me know you want to help produce. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And go see all your friends' stuff. Like that's important.
Yeah.
That's
Support your fellow colleagues, man.
Yes.
For sure, for sure. Well, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
Dope.
coming on.
Dope. Thank you so much.
It's
Here's
been
my
a pleasure.
signature. No, gotta keep that up there.
Yeah, you know what's good.
She
you know what's
cute.
good.
No, that's
All right,
it.
we're
That's
done.
it. We out.
That's it.